The nice part about VettX, like I pointed out, is it's just another tool to add in your toolbox. And the more I think that you can have that has a great ROI like VettX, then I would tell any dealer that asks me that it is the best source of finding inventory in today's world. And I've done this 30 years, and I can tell you I've been to every auction, I've dealt with every enterprise rental car agency, and our best grosses are through VettX by far.
Awesome. Okay, so I know you're a pretty busy guy. So just first things first, you guys, I just want to talk about the private party market. And do you see any value acquiring these kind of vehicles off the street?
Oh, 100%. Better selection in equipment that I think our customers are looking for versus traditional auctions, or if you do an ad going through enterprise or rental agencies, you just don't get the type of vehicles that you get private party. And that's why I enjoy buying through private party. Way better selection.
So would you define that as basically the difference in the vehicles being as in more personalized, more unique, and less generic like a rental return?
I'd say less generic than the rental returns. So most of, if not all, rental returns are a base package, LX, low line, cloth seats, where private party seems to give you a more a variety to where you're offering to the customer things that they want: leather, heated seats, navigation, more of an upscale type of a vehicle.
Gotcha. Were you buying any cars off the private party before you were dealing with acquisition company?
Yeah, slightly. We were dealing a little bit in Craigslist, and then we have belonged for quite some time with Kelley Blue Book buyback system.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What kind of success were you having, and what kind of level of effort and energy was it taking on your team's behalf?
That's a great question. Very little success with Craigslist due to reliability of the customer. We found that the vehicles weren't necessarily as they described them. And with Kelley Blue Book buyback system, we had some success, but we have to put a lot more of our time and energy into getting that car than a marriage or a friendship, I feel, back and forth. It was more of us having to do too much of the work. So we slowly started phasing that out once we started dealing with VettX. And we hardly ever buy off of Craigslist.
Gotcha. So how has VettX helped with the problems that you were having before?
Well,
with the platform you're using.
VettX is really good with giving us the selection. First, you guys ask what type of cars we're looking for, give us a range of the search, and then the cars that we get presented, your team is on them instantly. So when we load every day and my buyer and myself are on there, we see the cars available. We can pick and choose. We can run a Carfax, we can run auto check. We see the pricing and the photos. There's 24 to 36 photos. And all the cars that are on VettX are clean, they're ready to roll. So it takes a lot of our time off of our hands. Just say, yeah, we want these 5 cars, your team's on it. They set the appointment and we're ready to roll.
Awesome. So it sounds to me with our platform, I have to disclaimer, we are VettX, right? And with our platform, I think you're basically describing the depth and breadth of the vehicles that you're looking for are kind of narrowed to the focus that actually make business sense for your particular dealership. Is that correct?
That's 100% accurate. And the best part about it, I think so far we looked at a ratio of what we bought through VettX and then the customers that we've sold vehicles to is a very large percentage. So what I mean by that, customers that are selling their car usually are looking for another car. And I don't know a lot of people understand that. We've sold them a lot of cars. And every VettX car we've bought, whether we've sold them a car, they don't last more than, we've seen a 7-day ROI, that's astronomical.
That is fantastic. You know what, Russ? That's even better than our national data.
It is. I think we were number one in a couple months with you guys of buying and our fast turnaround. We don't have one VettX car on our lot right now.
Well, you know what? We'll do our best to remedy that for you.
We need them filled up.
Because I'm sure you didn't hire us just to hang out.
Yep.
Okay, with that said, let me ask you a question. Is VettX the kind of company that you would recommend your dealership or dealership partners?
I already have, yes. Actually, starting next month, we have 9 dealerships within JKC Automotive. And I was explaining to Max, COVID kind of slowed it down, so we had to pull back. But starting at the beginning of the year, we're going to have 6 of the stores. So counting myself will be 7 that we're all going to go through VettX. And that'll start January 1 of 21.
You know what? That's great feedback. I really appreciate it. And the churn on your inventory is just phenomenal. How are the grosses and the recon relative to, I understand trades are trades, we get that, but relative to other cars that you acquire other than a trade?
You know, our grosses here are astronomical, and I'm not patting myself on the back. It's a whole team and it's a process we do. So, you know, for a Kia store, it's generally a low gross store. Out of our 9 stores, we're the highest grossing store at $48.50 a copy, which is very high. And VettX is right in line with it. I mean, we've never had less than a $3,000 deal on a VettX car, ever.
That's amazing.
So it's strong.
You guys are rocking it, bud. That's awesome.
Yeah, we had yesterday, for instance, we did 7 cars and $32,000 in gross. That's a large amount of gross for 7 cars.
That's incredible. I do have a question. You know what? Is there anything else you want to add to that concept? I do have a question. It just escaped me for a second, but it'll come to me.
Well, just the fact
here's
that...
my question, Russ. I'm sorry to cut you off. Here's my question. Okay. Once you added VettX to your as part of your tools in your tool belt, as a lack of a better term, did you have to change any processes in your store level, or is this just one other tool that you figured, hey, seamlessly I can incorporate this and run with it?
That's an excellent question. No, we didn't change anything in our process. What it did was just opened a bridge for more customers to come to our door. Once they cross that bridge and we have an opportunity to swing the bat, that's all we're asking for. Bring them to us and let us do our process. We don't change our process, whether it's a VettX customer, a brand new customer, any customer. We stick to our process. So all VettX has done was supply us with the inventory to increase our process and do it better.
And I guess based on what you said earlier, some of these actually turned into car sales too, where you actually sold them a car while you're acquiring their car.
Absolutely. Every time we swing the bat at that. Whether they tell us we're just trying to get rid of it because we're moving, we're still going to push our process. It's just like someone said, I'm coming in just to look. That doesn't stop our process. We're always after the sale.
That's awesome. Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add? Because I know you're a busy guy and I don't want to tie up your time.
Yeah, just one thing. The nice part about VettX, like I pointed out, is it's just another tool to add in your toolbox. And the more I think that you can have that has a great ROI like VettX, then I would tell any dealer that asks me that it is the best source of finding inventory in today's world. And I've done this 30 years, and I can tell you I've been to every auction, I've dealt with every enterprise rental car agency, and our best grosses are through VettX by far.
Well, you know what? That's great feedback. We really appreciate your time. Thank you for taking a few minutes to speaking with us, and thank you for the endorsement. It means a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
You have a super fantastic day.